Sanitation professional. That makes me a professional. Finally got Blood Dragon to work. That was lovely. Hello, I'd like to welcome back to Viscera Cleanup Detail. The game where you are the Juan Itor. The man with a plan. The alphabet man. The dad that can. The dude that has problems with his bucket machine. Don't worry. We're gonna take a healthy stack of several buckets with us. Stupid kids. So yeah. My life's going well, so that's always nice. There. A layer of 3 buckets. I don't know why. I want to call them both buckets, because you put shit in buckets. What else do I call those yellow things? Crates? Boxes? Boxes sounds about right. Biohazard box! Ah, that's a double B! And who doesn't like a good alliteration? I love alliterations. Especially when they don't sound forced. I also like backronyms that don't sound forced. But the nature of a backronym is to sound forced. Because it's not the... I like how I'm dumped, of all places, my entire stack of buckets on top... Wow, that's alright. We can put shit in buckets. That's the fun part of buckets. You can put stuff in them. Gotta keep that smile. Or else your gloves go all... Oh man, my gloves are all goopy. So yeah, I will be doing a Blood Dragon playthrough. Sometime in the future, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. No concrete dates. I don't make dates. I don't plan things. This is me playing video games. What do you want? You want me to have a schedule? Here's a schedule. Sometimes. Someday. Somewhere. Someplace. You can watch it right now in Dimension X. I mean, in Dimension X, I was born 20 years earlier, so every video that I could conceivably want to do right now is already up on that channel. Dimension X! For your preemptive Let's Play enjoy... I always have that feeling sometimes, like you're reading a webcomic or something, you're like, man, I can't wait for the conclusion to this tale. And you wish you could travel forward in time, and then you realize that wouldn't be great, would it? Because there's so much you'd miss. Like that grade you were waiting for, and you're like, oh man, now I don't know what grade I got. Who can I possibly blame for this failure? Oh, it's like an orgasm to destroy those stupid things. Yeah, most past-gen consoles tend to work relatively well. I don't know if I can handle current-gen, but I think that by the time I'm interested in doing current-gen for my Let's Play, I'll probably already have a new computer or something. Otherwise, I do intend to do Shadow Warrior Classic and the Redux. No, the Redux and the reboot. I don't know, it's super confusing. It's called Shadow Warrior Classic Redux, and the new one, the reboot, is just called Shadow Warrior. Now, I'm perfectly fine if you call one Shadow Warrior Original. That wouldn't be confusing. But calling the Redux... Something in my mind just goes, that doesn't make any sense. Who are you again? He's like, my name is Jim Bob. I was hired to be a local southerner. He has this cigar in his mouth because he's the most non-southern person you can imagine. But he had the face for the job, so he had to take it. It's the only thing they had at the business that day. He's all like, man, I wish my name wasn't Jim Bob. That's kind of a shitty name for someone who does not live in the north. And he calls his mother every night. He's like, why the hell did you call me Jim Bob, Mom? We live in New York. How did I even get this southern accent? You're constantly talking like a Boston. And then this newscaster... I don't even know American accents. I've never been to those respective areas. So excuse me if I got it wrong. Hereby a formal written apology. In audible form. I would totally do that for a joke. Make an audible... Put like on one of those websites, put a file that is an audiobook version of a written response. Because it's so weird to do that. And I like things that are arbitrarily weird. Gotta let that gun cool. What is that large thing that sticks out for? That doesn't seem to serve any practical purpose. Oh, if you want to know what I think about Blood Dragon? It's nothing. I like the stealth aspect, but there's a certain amount of chunkiness to it that makes it not so fun. It's mostly the bow, and that I cannot handle the bow. God damn it, I hate that you can knock them over so easily. On the other hand, it means I can also knock them back up again. So yeah, the problem technically fixes itself. Yeah, this bucket is done. It's just so full. Carrying a box full of chocolates right into the furnace. Go and die. Something about Detroit. Let us read about Gordon. Oh, it's Jordan Friedman. Oh no! Feeling nostalgia building. Man, I hate that. You know, back in my day, them sons of guns used to do good stuff. And everyone respected them. Except that they didn't, because no one respected them. They just pretended super hard. They were like, oh yeah, so we respect your... I'm so posh that I can't help but groan at my own decadent existence. Why do decadent people do that? What is the decadence in groaning? That's... I guess weapons... I never figured out if the weapon's own glow, if that effect is relevant, or if it is just a silly little effect it does. But apparently it's a very relevant effect. I like how it turns into splatters, despite the material being no, I guess that it's all wet because of the mob. This place is gonna get dirty anyway, though, because it's a dispenser. In case you've forgotten, you idiot, dispensers sometimes spit out big globs of goop. Although, I've noticed that the crate machines tend to do that a lot less, probably because it spits out a lot more giblets. So it would be completely unfair to have that thing spit one out every third bucket crate thing. I wonder how much those organs are worth on the market. Not that I trade them, I'm just saying, I'm curious. Fred's curious too. He needs to know if he's selling his stuff for the right price. Or if he's undercutting the market, you know. Because those mafia guys can get pretty damn angry if you're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I sell my kidneys for 500 a pop, and you start selling them for 400? I don't know where you get your kidneys, boy, but that's not a profitable business. Well, I picked them off the street for free. You know, that organ donor clinic just randomly exploded. And now there's organs everywhere. And the mafia's like, that sounds like a steal. Nya. You see, this is why we don't accept you into the mafia anymore. Although I do like his nya. It sounds devilish. Like deviled eggs. Ha! Deviled egg jokes. They're the best jokes. I don't think that these buckets are going to get very full, because there isn't all that many tiny baby giblets. There's lots of big giblets, but not a lot of baby giblets. I'm almost done with my buckets, though. I'm almost out of buckets! There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's also a hole in your head, but let's not talk about that one right now. The hole in this bucket is significantly more significant. I sent it to a scientist, and he said, the significance of this? I couldn't tell you. You haven't given me any decimals yet, kiddo. I'd love to help, but you just didn't give me enough information. Man, a janitorial work sure makes you go crazy. Why don't we pay janitors more? They do, like, the most important business. They make sure that I don't sit in shit every morning. Well, technically speaking, we don't have a janitor, because this is just a private home, but the point still stands. Without a janitor, you'd eventually drown in your own crap, because you're so used to a janitor that you don't clean up your own shit. How about you clean up your own shit and give the janitor a break, eh? Also, I like how 3 buckets will fit in. Which is why I go for 3 buckets. You can go in as well. Oh yeah, I forgot my own tip. Always put a spare bucket so that you can do this. Ooh, that's so clever. That's so clever. And if you put an empty bucket next to it, you can put your shit in the empty bucket. Like, you'd be like, oh man, I live in Detroit. Well, there's my empty bucket plan. As for you, let's see if we can find some gibs to store within you. I like that word, gib, or jib. Whichever it is. It's the same as gif and gif. I think it's gif. I think the guy went on a big show and he was like, I will answer for my award ceremony speech. It's gif. Because that's how G's are pronounced in the English language, you fucking moron. I can't believe I had to explain how you say a letter in your own language. Where did you get GIF from? As a gift? In case you didn't notice, the T is silent. It's GIF. For both gift and GIF. Now that's just get weird. Well, it's a file extension, so you could just say GIF and be done with it. I would say GIF just to fuck with you. Hey, cool man, what's that file extension? It's a GIF, which stands for GI Fosse. GI Frenchy. Which, because Americans are complete assholes about it, back in the 80s at the very least, he is a very much passive person. Modern day GIF, aka GI Frenchy, would be a starch resistor, whose national anthem consists of dying and growing from the ground like a potato. Go read La Masio, people. That is a crazy national anthem. Like, why they would keep that is a mystery to me, because France isn't exactly the kind of country that gets in a lot of wars. Unlike certain countries, like America should do that, because America's like, yeah, we're gonna shoot some dudes. But French is like, I'm French. I'm a country that sits in this particular location. I have power in the European Union, despite not having as much economic power as Germany. I think it's because of the Channel Bridge. Like, they connect Britain, for the most part. That probably gave them a lot more power than they should have. Gonna have to be a little bit more quiet. Which means I'm gonna turn down the volume. Because if the volume's loud, you get loud yourself. That's better. Because there's a little baby downstairs. He's having a little bit of a sleep. And we don't want to wake her up. I like how one of them, but only one of them, stays completely stable. Because the other ones are just spat out and only one is really distributed. Distributed? I also like how you can get gibs out of this that aren't, you know, the gibs that it would normally be in this level. He's gone to Detroit. I don't know why you'd want to go there voluntarily. Actually, I have a 25-year Detroit sentence. What does that even mean, a Detroit sentence? It means he has to live in the worst country town. Couldn't you just, you know, send him to Detroit to fix up Detroit? Do you think we haven't tried? I sent my son down there with $5 million. He died in 2 seconds, and the $1 million got spent entirely on San Francisco somehow. So why don't you play San Francisco? Because no one blames the gays. Not in this day and age. So instead we just blame the Nazis about everything. 'Cause who... Though we actually checked, and Detroit is strangely the only country, city thing in the entire United States that does not contain any neo-Nazis. So we're doing some research. We're doing some research. Oh man, I like these blabberings. I'm blabbering so much and I say offensive things. Why do I do that? Why is my default to go talk about stupid stuff like that? Like, I'm not even too thrilled about it either. I'm like, man, that's actually, I should stop talking, but then I just keep talking. Like some sort of magic snow globe. Aw, man, because of the stupid lighting, I can't see my mop. I can't see my mop. Fun thing. In Dutch, the word for mop is also the word for joke. Truth be told, I've never really tested that, how soundproof this home really is. I assume it's not very. For whatever strange reason, the person who built this... Well, I guess this room was once one giant attic. So the wall is basically just a piece of plywood. As we all know, plywood is often used to insulate rooms. I keep forgetting. What is... insulate is protecting against electric conductivity. And isolate is to protect against foreign infiltrations, I think. I'm gonna look that up right now, because that's fun. Insulate Wiktionary. To separate, detach, or isolate. Oh! So it means that very thing. Interesting. I've learned something. That's always fun. Learning is the most productive thing you could do. Or, you know, exercise. They all count. Ah, look at how fast we're going. Yeah. Cleaning up them spills. We're gonna need a few more buckets, though. And a heck of a lot of crates. This is gonna take a lot of crates. Yeah, this is gonna take a lot of crates. Which is in this? Okay, a couple of baby gibbs. Let's get rid of the big gibbs first. Always be careful when turning or looking another direction. Inertia in this game is real, very real, and it will get in the way. I think I'm gonna do some groceries today. That would be a hoot. Quite the hoot. Oh man, really? Like, what's the problem with these people not getting chopped up into some smaller bits? Like, if you're gonna make a mess of yourself, at the very least, make a baby mess. Be tiny, Gibbs. Tiny. I wonder if dying cleans your mop. That'd be interesting to learn. Oh great, they unraveled. They have to be... Why does it do that? Why does it insist on unraveling itself? I'll put away that next stack and then we're calling it a day. I don't want to get too busy with this. I got work to do today. There's stuff that I gotta do, so, you know, gotta make sure that you've got time to do that stuff. And hopefully today I'll be done with my project assignment and I can fully orient my energies and powers towards doing my summer project. It won't take up that much time. I'll still have videos available, in case that's your worries, because, as I said, I will do them every day as much as possible, if only for my own entertainment and relaxation. I'll bet you $5 there's going to be a shotgun shell on the way back. And it's gonna escape my vision. There was a full bucket in there. Yeah, we got some more stuff to do. We're not done yet, though. In case you forgot about the castagnettes, there's another room. There's the starting room that we haven't cleaned up yet. These guys look weird. Like, I could see why they're dangerous, but they've got skimpy arms and legs. How could they actually, like, hurt you? And with teeth like that, like, how do they do anything? I guess the idea was just something that a chunky, strange gibbs, but... Oh, don't forget. Upturn your barrels. It's an important part of every day. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully with some castagnettes. Because I like saying castagnette. That's a fun word. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. I guess I could say a word. Like blood dragon. I don't like the dragons. I don't know how to kill them. I get the idea, supposed to shoot them in the chest heart region, but it's not working out for me too well. Just like that. That didn't work out at all. Bye-bye.